All right, well, welcome back, Math 3 students. We're going to be talking about Lesson 313 today. This is a one-day quick lesson. You're supposed to have a pretty good idea of how to do these problems already. We're solving algebraically. For each one, explain what the solution or lack of thereof tells you about the graph of the system. So I'd like you to try A on your own, and I will demonstrate how to do B. So for B, we will notice that we can set the two pieces equal to each other because they're both equal to y. And so then we end up with 1/2 x squared minus 2x, plus 2, subtracting 2x from both sides and adding 1 to both sides. That's equal to 0, which is good. And I times everything by 2 to make the fraction, to rewrite it so I don't have a fraction anymore. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0. And so we're going to continue. This factors into x minus 2 quantity squared equals 0. So x equals 2. And so if x is 2, y equals 4 minus 1, or 3. I just took it and plugged it into there. I can also double check by going y equals 1/2 of 2 squared, which is 4, plus 1. Half of 4 is moving up. 2 plus 1, which is moving up 3. And so they do match. My solution is 2, 3. So this tells me that these two, this parabola and this line only intersect once, which means my graph must look something like a parabola and a line that skims off of it at one point. And so we can double check that with Desmos, but that's what I believe will happen. I'd like you to go ahead and try A, and in the next video we'll talk about what happened. Or maybe I'll talk about it in a minute. I haven't decided yet. So then we have these other problems to try. And so let's go ahead and I will demonstrate D this time and leave you with the other one to do. So we've got 4x minus 2y equals 10. And I'm going to take that equation and replace y with 2x minus 5 because we do a pretty good job with the smash method, which is what most of these are. This one is not quite a smash method because it's got y squared. So, but you can replace x the way I'm doing right now. So we can say x equals y squared. So what I'm about to do on this problem is replace y with 2x minus 5. So I'm going to remove y and replace it. So I need some more room, and I'm very happy to see that that is separate. I'm going to give myself some room to replace y. And so we're going to replace y with 2x minus 5. And so then I get 4x, and I'm going to distribute, minus 4x plus 10 equals 10. And I have 10 equals 10. And this means there are infinite solutions, if you recall. If it was 3 equals 10 and it was a false statement, then it would be no solution. But since they're exactly the same, it means that they're exactly the same line. And so it means if I were to graph the bottom equation with a y-intercept of 5 and a slope of 2, something like that, and I went to graph the other one, I would end up with exactly the same graph. The y-intercept would be -5, and the slope would be 2. If I could draw it right, it would be the exact same line. And so that's what it tells me about the graph. So go ahead and try A and C and see what happens. One of them does not have a solution. The other one, I believe, does. The other one should have 2 solutions, which means you have a parabola and a line intersecting twice. And see what you can come up with. You're going to want to factor to solve on C, and the answers will be in the next video.